Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Last time around we had the mystery of Emperor Crimson. So grand and mysterious that nobody understands what the fuck it does. We speculated as to what exactly it does in the discussion of last episode. I am not going to repeat that here because it was a whole thing and it was... Even with my own working theory on how it works, I'm not sure I believe it anyway, so doesn't matter. What matters is, it's big, it's dangerous. But Bucciarati was able to meet up with Giorno. Giorno healed his wounds, or so we think. While his body is healed, something is a bit wrong with Bucciarati. And he actually did get injured again later, but he didn't feel it. And he wasn't bleeding, and Giorno is very confused as to what's going on with him. But we'll have to figure that out later. Right now, Bucciarati has explained to the team that he is going rogue, and he has betrayed the boss. And he's basically like, look, you can come with me if you want, but you don't have to. And we got interesting reasons for everyone. Abbacchio actually was the first one to join in and said, pretty much... you're the only person I guess I belong with, Sounds a bit more romantic than maybe it was, but he's the only person that made him feel like he belonged somewhere. Maybe we can say that. Mista joined because, Mista's pretty loyal. Especially when you've got Bucciarati and Giorno on the same team. Yeah, Mista's gonna go with them. It took Narancia a little bit, but eventually he saw how Trish was betrayed by her own father, and he realized that they are both the same. And because of that, he cannot let her go, basically. He has to protect her. So he joined in. The only person not to join in was Fugo, who was very conflicted on all of this and decided to stay at the chapel. So, yeah. So Fugo is staying behind, but the rest of the team is joining in. And yeah, the last thing we saw was someone, we're not sure who, we didn't even see them, but we heard them talking about the traitors among us. And presumably they are the ones loyal to the boss, and they're going to be taking on the team now. And also, we still have, floating around, we still have the last of the Hitman team somewhere, the discount Abbacchio. Don't know where he is or what he's going to be doing, and I doubt he's going to be joining our team, so we'll have to see. But anyway, yeah, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Here we go. Alrighty. Finally. That was a really good outro song. Finally. We haven't had that in so long. Like, the last one sucked. The one before that sucked too. I'm sure they're not bad songs, but they sucked. Last Train Home was fine at the end of part 3. Not, just at the end of an episode. It didn't really match. It didn't really work. At the last episode, sure, that worked out. Walk Like an Egyptian was pretty good. Nothing will ever beat Roundabout. There's no debating that. So, but that was pretty good. That was pretty solid. So, alrighty. Okay, so, new intro, new outro, new mission. It's all great. It's all good, man. It's all good. Alrighty, so, to jump into the notes, first thing I wrote down was beating the dude. I'm pretty sure I've seen that joke before, that meme, where I like that it's just Narancia and Mista just beating the shit out of this guy and cutting to Abbacchio. Just takes a drink, and then he beats the shit out of the guy too. That was funny. right, but we need to lay low. And yeah, good stuff. Good stuff with Trish. That was interesting, where it's like, yeah, she, I like that she's already jumped pretty much to, no, he's crazy and he needs to go down, It's exactly that. Like, she has no, I mean, granted, she doesn't, I don't think she wants to kill him, But she is perfectly happy letting them do it, He's crazy and he needs to go down. And yeah, she is ready for this fight. And she even provides a little insight that perhaps he was from Sardinia, which is interesting. So yeah, that is our next goal, to head to Sardinia to figure out if they can find any links to the boss's identity. Also, I will say, we did see in the new OP, we saw Trish's stand, which we've had a bit of an allusion to that, where it was after Bucciarati killed Pesci, and there was some sort of strange burning imprint on the ground, and it seemed to be her stand starting to take effect. So I imagine, yeah, eventually she will. You know what I would love? I would love if they trained her a bit, If they trained her how to use her stand, because I have wanted that for 3 parts. For 3 parts, I've wanted somebody to be trained with a stand, and it never happens, with the one and only exception being Jotaro teaching Josuke to fire off the ball bearings and then the rifle shots using Shining Diamond. That is the only time. That's also, arguably, the best episode of Diamond is Unbreakable, so there's also that. So I would love to see, and of course I would also love to see these screw-ups trying to teach her how to use her stand. Like, probably if anyone could do it, it would be Bucciarati. And we did also get confirmation that Bucciarati can still use Zipperman. He still has his stand, despite whatever condition he is in, because he did zip up, actually it was this one, wasn't it? He did zip up her hand again and stop the bleeding, so yeah, so that's all good at least. Although, now that I think about it, you don't even need to keep the zip, because now, like, last time that happened, when Abacchio lost his hand, it was zipped back on, but we never really saw, like, what happened after. Is there a permanent zip on Abacchio's hand? Or, did they get some medical attention or something? I don't know. But that was before Giorno figured out how to create, new body parts and everything. So he could actually, like, refuse her hand together, and it should work perfectly, But oh well. But at the very least, that is still confirmation that Zipperman still works. It was not, he did not lose it when he perished, basically. But neither did Joseph when he died for like 20 minutes, Which, that's the thing. They're doing this whole thing about, like, oh, what happened to Bucciarati? His heart stopped and everything. And it's like, well, yeah, but Joseph's was out for like 20 minutes before they started doing the blood transfusion with Dio, and Star Platinum was pumping his heart, So if Joseph could survive that, now granted he had Hamon, but Bucciarati is certainly younger than Joseph was, so yeah, you would assume Bucciarati would be alright, but I don't know, something's up with him, but we'll find out. But Trish, so judging by that intro, she will be getting a complete stand at some point. And who knows, maybe it will inform a bit of the boss. Well, I guess it doesn't need to inform the boss's power. In a cosmic sort of way, we know what King Crimson does. As Bucciarati said, it destroys time. I don't know if that's actually what it does, but meh. But we've seen it in action, so it doesn't really do anything for that. But yeah, so I'll be curious, like what hers looks like. Because, I mean, I guess the only other, like, parent-child stands we've had are Joseph using Hermit Purple and Josuke using Shining Diamond. We haven't had any other parents as of yet. But Hermit Purple does not inform Shining Diamond whatsoever. Well, I guess the only other parent-child stand thing is Giorno and Dio. But the world does not inform Golden Wind. Hamon informs Golden Wind. Hamon informs Shining Diamond as well, I believe. I think those two are based on the Hamon of their fathers. And technically, Dio, though he is Dio, it was still through Jonathan's body. Which, that's the thing, is that Giorno may be the son of Dio, but he is also the son of Jonathan, But I think both of them, their stand powers are based on Hamon to an extent, Which was also the same with Joseph. Hermit Purple is also based on Hamon. So does Emperor Crimson inform Trish's stand? I don't know. We'll have to see. And then there was a shark. That was weird. There was a shark. It bit off Narancia's tongue, and we learned that this is the boss's personal elite guard, Squalo and Tiziano. Okay, then. And one of them, the shark stand's name is Crush. Okay, now I will say, as stupid as it is, I suppose there is some application to a tiny shark that appears in a liquid. As stupid, and it's really stupid as it is, I could see. Honestly, like, I can see it a bit more than some of the Hitman team stands, Looking at you, Pesci, and Formaggio. Like, I don't know. It's still ridiculously stupid and not subtle. Although, I mean, if the tiny shark were to just kill a normal person, nobody would see the shark, presumably. Nobody could see the Emperor. Not Emperor Crimson. I mean the Emperor. The original Emperor. I miss Whole Horse. What if Whole Horse showed up? It'd be fucking hilarious if Whole Horse showed up here. I was just traveling through Italy. Thought I'd step in. He's working for the boss. That'd just be hilarious. Yeah, Squalo and Tiziano. The two who are really close to each other, And then, okay, the reverse answer. On the one hand, it seems a little stupid. On the other, it does sort of have, like, a bit of a Lovers quality to it. A bit of a mix of the Lovers and the Empress, where it can control a person's body. And that, okay, I can understand that at least, I can at least understand that. They're kind of stupid for the personal guard of the boss. They have a tiny shark and a thing that makes you say the wrong answers. But that tiny shark is very deadly and can appear in any liquid. It doesn't have to, get out of the liquid to go to another one. It can just appear in a liquid. Very much like, what was it, the Hanged Man in Part 3, where he would go into every reflection, And while, yes, Talking Tongue or something? Yes, it's a little ridiculous, but at the same time, it can control the body. So that is something. They're pretty stupid. A little hard. I mean, I guess it's hard to follow up Emperor King Crimson, Lord Crimson. King Explosion Crimson. I don't know. But, but yeah. And then it was also going to transfer into Giorno through Narancia's blood. Was it? Or no, was that supposed to be... Was he cutting Narancia to let the shark through? Was that it? I don't know. Either way, he was trying to get something into Giorno. But Narancia was clever enough to cauterize his wound, and then but Giorno did figure it out. I'm glad Giorno figured it out. I was waiting for it. I was like, somebody's got to figure this out. And luckily, it was Giorno. But then he got eaten by a shark. So maybe try to use Golden Wind on that. I don't know. But why is this episode called The G in Guts? Why? Why is this called the G in Guts? I don't know. There's nothing about guts. There's nothing about G. There's nothing about... I don't know. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Still a good episode. Still interesting. And I'm excited to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I had to take a second to remember how this went. If you want to... nope, and I've lost it again. Nope, okay. There's links on screen, whatever. Go click around. I've forgotten how to do this. I'm very tired.